Radio. Airborne Patrol, this is Simba 1, over.
Simba 1, this is welcome to Simba.
She's going to Dr. Wilson, we're entering reserve here in Little Laturi Forest, over.
It's just a recording.
I'm John Simba 1. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of
eyes open.
All right, that sounds good to me, Wilson. So you heard him, folks. Keep those eyes open. On the right-hand side, on the very back, behind that bamboo, we'll be able to see it as we go around the corner, is a dark brown animal with white stripes on it. It's an okapi, the only known relative of the giraffe, even though it looks like a zebra. Now on the left-hand side here are some greater kudus. Greater kudus are the second largest antelope. They weigh about 750 pounds. Those big white birds on either side of us are yellow-billed storks. They like to eat fish, frogs, small birds, whatever.
Did you see those, dear? Did you see those, Joshua?
Now, watering holes like the one on our left are very important gathering places for animals, including the very rare black rhino. Now, black rhinos can charge at speeds of 30 miles an hour. Their skin is 1 inch thick, making them pretty much indestructible, except for when it comes to man. Unfortunately, in the wild, there's only about 4,200 black rhinos left. Now, there's actually one pretty close to us on the left-hand side right here.
There's some vultures around here.
Now, poachers are a serious issue here in Africa. Poachers are the bad people that come out and kill the animals and use their skin or their horns or tusks or anything like that.
That's so messed up.
Try and sneak into the reserve from time to time, which is why we have those wardens to patrol everything.
Poachers suck.
Hopefully we won't run
totally
into any
suck.
poachers. But I don't think we'll have a problem this 2-week safari. Now coming up on our left-hand side in the trees right there, I see a bongo. It's that big orangey brown animal with the white stripes. Bongos are really shy, blend in really well, so they're known as ghosts of the forest. They have those slanted back horns that crisscross. That makes it easy for them to run through the trees without getting caught on anything. Now those big black and white birds are saddle-billed storks, the tallest stork in Africa. When they stretch out, they're about 5 feet tall with a wingspan of about 8 to 9 feet. Now it gets a little bumpy right here, so hang on everybody. All their time underwater to maintain their body temperature, but they can't swim while they're down there. You think they spend all that time underwater, they'd be excellent swimmers. But no, they just walk along the bottom of the river. They'll hold their breath for about 5 to 8 minutes at a time. There's some more on our left-hand side over here. Now at birth, hippos weigh about 85 pounds, and an adult male can weigh a whopping 5,000 pounds. Pretty big, which is pretty much the reason why they can't swim. Now those dark brown birds at the tippy top of the nest are white-breasted cormorants. They're not waterproof like other birds, so when they come out of the water, they just have to air dry their wings by flapping them around. And those big puffy white birds are pink-backed pelicans. Pink-backed pelicans take the fish from the shallow water and bring it all the way back to the nest so they can share a little bit with everybody. Crocodiles down there. Just make sure everyone stays seated as we go across the bridge. Now, Nile crocodiles are much larger and much more aggressive than the American alligator. They can grow to be about 18 to 20 feet long. When it gets a little bit hotter out, they'll come out of the water and lay on the land and open their mouths really wide, and that lets out any excess body heat they have and allows them to cool off a little bit.
Please don't swim in the water.
Simba 1, come in.
This is Simba 1, over. This one.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activity near the red clay pit. You definitely want to check out that area.
Alright, cool. We'll head that way in a bit. So now we're entering the savanna, which has a completely different ecosystem and different animals. Speaking of different, if you look to your right-hand side, that funny-looking tree is called a baobab tree. It looks upside down because it stores all of its water in its trunk and goes leafless 9 months of the year, so it can survive really long periods of drought here in Africa. Now, this is my favorite view of the entire reserve, folks. You can see why. These are the Serengeti grasslands, and they stretch for miles across East Africa. They're known as the superhighway to lots of migrating animals every year, and they're also home to some of the most famous animals like lions, giraffes, and elephants. This is the wild Africa we're all working really hard to conserve. Now it looks kind of funny out here. It doesn't look like a normal place. All the trees are crooked. There's no leaves until the top of the trees. And it looks like someone's been mowing the grass. Well, that's because of all the animals that live here. It's like a natural landscaping company. Elephants bulldoze down these trees, making them all crooked. Giraffes love that. They come up and eat the leaves that they couldn't reach before, and they'll continue eating them until they can't reach them. And antelopes and zebras, they mow down the grass like those natural lawnmowers, and little nibblers like gazelles and warthogs will trim up all the edges. So in a balanced natural system, you see there's enough food out here for everybody. Kind of like a big buffet. The first animals we're going to see are sable antelopes, those dark brown ones. Make sure everyone's sitting down for me back there. Now, sable antelopes are actually the emblem of the Harambe Reserve. You may have seen them on the signs. Those curved horns will be about 42 inches in long. They're used in establishing dominance as well as for flirting with other sable antelopes. They'll just hit each other over the head with their horns, and somehow that's romantic. I don't know. But we're going to see these big light brown animals. These are Patterson's elands, one of the largest antelopes. They weigh about 2,000 pounds, stand about 6 feet tall at their shoulder.
Hi, sweetheart.
And then the gray ones are white-bearded wildebeests, also known as the new for the sound they make. Every year, 1.5 million of them will migrate across East Africa. That makes them the largest migrating groups on the planet. Just make sure everyone stays seated for me back there. I'm not sure when we're going to be able to move. Now, anytime an animal crosses the road, they do have the complete right-of-way here. Just make sure everyone's sitting down for me back there. You guys gotta sit down for me back there, sorry. I know we're stopped. Alright, let's keep on going.
Oh, we were leaving them behind and the gators will get you.
His face, that big dark spot on his face.
Looks like we're gonna stare at the wildebeest for a little bit longer.
Scratch yourself some more.
Look at the giraffe back there, Patrick. Do you see him? Under the tree? Look at the giraffe.
Oh, I didn't even see that giraffe up there. My mirror was blocking it. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? There's no giraffe. All the way on the right-hand side by that tree over there. That's a reticulated giraffe. At birth, they're about 6 feet tall. Just when they're born, like 0 days old, they are 6 feet tall, which is taller than most grown adults. An adult male giraffe will be about 18 to 20 feet tall, which is about as long as those Nile crocodiles will grow.
Got him. Yeah, there he is.
They weigh around 2,000 to 2,500 pounds. Now they're called reticulated giraffes from the Latin word reticulata, which means net, and it refers to their net-like pattern that they have on their coat. And just like a snowflake, no two giraffes have the same pattern. Each one is completely different. Looks like it's... Giraffes are probably one of the most beautiful, graceful animals, but if anyone has ever seen a giraffe run, you will completely think the opposite. They're extremely awkward.
Yeah. You ever seen the giraffe? Ooh, he's like, what's in here?
Oh, it looks like we're moving again. All right. We can go see that big male giraffe up on the left-hand side up here. There's another sable antelope on the right-hand side and left-hand side here. And they'll see those little guys on the right-hand side. Those are Thompson's gazelles, the itty-bitty ones. They may look like babies, but they are full-grown adults. They only weigh about 60 pounds as adults, so that's about as big as they're going to get. Are there any birthdays back there? Is anyone celebrating?
Big elephant.
Now that's an African elephant. Both male and female African elephants will have those big ivory tusks. Oh, on the left side we've got some monkeys here. There's some in the hole of that rock there, just chilling. Those are mandrills. The largest monkeys, they weigh about 100 pounds. They have those big colorful faces and the colorful bottoms. Just like Rafiki from The Lion King, my favorite mandrill. Now usually around here I can pick up a radio station.